Everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you my newest MOC that I made. This is a BNSF train. I started building this 2 days ago, and I think that it looks really nice, but it needs more detail in this section. I think that this section is real plain, and I have to fix this. I'm going to fix this section today, and the back side is nowhere near complete, but the front side I think is really nice, and I'm going to show it closer. I wanted to make the front as realistic and detailed as possible, so I used some snot building techniques right here to achieve this curve, and the thing is actually 7 studs wide in this black section, but the whole train is 8 studs wide, so I cheated there a little bit. So I also wanted to make all steps, but I couldn't fit 6 steps in this small space, but I fit 5 steps, and I think no one is going to notice that it is missing 1 step. If you notice it, you have to look really closely. I'm not a huge fan of Lego's magnetic couplers because the magnets in them are weak, and after time they will get even weaker. So I use this really interesting modified plate. It is a 2x3, and you can connect as many cars to this train as you want, and the cars will not separate from the train. I'm really happy with the amount of detail that I could achieve at the wheels. I think that it looks really realistic. I have this suspension right here, and you probably know that if you have 6 axles in a Lego train, you can't run it in the Lego curved track. So I actually have 2 axles, one here and one there, and this is a fake axle. I don't have a wheel here. I wanted to put something that looks like a wheel here, and I made that in my first BNSF loco, because this is the second time that I'm building a BNSF train, but this gray piece was really weak, and it always fell off. So I decided to make it stronger, but I lost a really small amount of detail, but I think that you're not gonna notice it because this thing covers up the wheels. In real life this train isn't symmetrical, and I captured that in Lego as well. So this section is shorter and not as tall, so this is smaller, and this thing under the train is also different. I put 2 of these tanks here, and it's being held up by one Lego Technic piece right there, and I have a Technic axle right in this, so that's why it holds up. And you have this red thing here, and you can fill up the train with diesel, or I don't know what fuel it uses. I think it uses diesel fuel, so you can fill it up. And I'm missing these 2 by 200 curved slopes in light gray. I'm actually missing one in the other side, and I'm missing one here. I'm going to order some in Bricklink, and I'm also missing the Lego the orange plates, the 1x4s and the 2x4s, and these grill pieces. I'm missing those in orange, but I haven't decided what color I want to use, because some of the picture this this thing is black, but in some pictures it's light gray, and in some pictures it's orange. I think I'm going to use black because I have a lot of them in black, and it gives it a nice contrast, but I don't know, I haven't decided what color I want. So this thing is actually motorized. I run out of batteries, so I don't have anything in the battery box. I use rechargeable batteries, and they are charging. in the next update I will probably show it moving around in an oval track. So I have two Lego power functions XL motors, one in the front, you can't tell that it is an XL motor, but believe me, and one in the back. You have the power functions receiver here. I think that it is a little bit too tall, but I can put it in deeper if I want. I just put it here when I started building this loco, and I didn't know how tall it's going to be, but now I know that it's too tall. And I also have this battery box here. I think that it is in a good space, and I can make something that can trigger this button to turn it on. Backside detailing is almost the same as the front. I I didn't build this back section, but I already built the coupler and this thing. Uh, I don't have lights here in the front. I had yellow lights here, but in the back it doesn't have any lights. Uh, some of you probably noticed that I have a Lego power function extension cable coming out the back of the train, and you guys probably don't know why this is here, because it has every Lego power function components in the train that you need to run a train. So why I'm having this extension cable here? I really want to build a second one of these, so another BNSF locomotive, which is the same as this, and put it at the back. And I don't have another battery box and another receiver, so I figured it out that it is cheaper to buy a 50 centimeter extension cable than a battery box and a PF receiver. So I bought an extension cable, and it is going to connect up this train with the other BNSF locomotive, but I haven't started building the locomotive. I already bought the two Lego Power Function XL motors to put in another train. So this thing is going to have four Lego XL motors in it, and this is going to be really powerful. So if I'm not mistaken, one Power Function XL motor can pull over 4 kilograms of weight. The first time that I built a BNSF locomotive, I only built one, and that one was a little bit more than 1 kilograms heavy. So it 4 axle motors is going to pull the weight of the train easily. So it's not going to be a problem. So I bought 4 axle motors because I want to make this train future proof. So because of the 4 axle motors, I can connect as many carriages to this train as I want. So if I want to add like 10 carriages, I can add 10 carriages, and this thing is going to pull it like it's nothing. And I tested it, so I run out of technic gears, so only the motor in the front is running. So this thing is running, it is wasting the battery, but it isn't moving the wheels because I run out of these small technic gears that I need. I need 17 more or 13 more to make both of the locomotives. So actually this is the only part of the train, and this is the only motor that actually does something when the train is moving, and in the first speed it can run it without any program. It doesn't make any sound, so it doesn't start crying. So I call it crying. Sometimes Lego motors start crying. They make a really stupid sound. They start crying when the battery is running low, or when you put too much weight into them. So I actually have a Lego train motor because I have a train set that came with this, and this thing is fast. It is really fast, but this thing is so weak, and I know why they made it that it's fast. Kids love trains that are fast, but I don't want a train that's fast. I want a train that can pull heavy weights, looks great, and doesn't make a stupid sound. So I quickly throw this out of the window because it's bad, and I started building a mechanism that could make the train go with more powerful motors. So this is the base of this thing. This was the first prototype, I believe. I take out some of the pieces to make this, but this is actually longer, so I made it shorter by 2 studs. So this is the base, this is the prototype, and this is the thing that actually holds the power function motors together. So you have this gear, and you have another gear pointing down, and that connects to, it goes a gear there, and that connects to an axle, and that connects to the wheels. I'm going to show it closely. So you can see one of the gears right there, and this mechanism that I told you, and I'm running low on these gears, so I don't have gears in this section of the train because I run out of these gears. I'm going to buy them in Bricklink. And you can also see that I don't have a wheel right here, but it's stronger. It's a stronger connection, so I'm happy with that. And you can see the hole that's going through the train. So I use the 4x4 Lego turntable, and that thing has a hole in the middle. So that's how I connected the motor to the buggies. I think that these things are called buggies. So this is the end of this update video. I hope that you liked the progress that I made on this train. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Sorry for the spelling mistakes that I made. I apologize for every spelling mistake that I made. My mother language isn't English, and I'm still learning it, so if I made any mistakes, sorry. Okay, sorry. Don't call me in the comments that I made a mistake in I don't know what part of the video. I know that I made some mistakes, but I'm not going to redo this video again, because this thing took me way too much time. I hope you enjoyed, and keep on building.